I love the whole experience. The whole experience was beautiful. I think that everybody should do it, honestly. But I think that Black women in particular will really benefit for going on this type of trip, this journey, this experience. Even if this was my last, which it's not, but even if this was my last experience with this group, with Reset with Design, I was so happy. I'm so fulfilled that I went on this trip. I encourage anyone and everyone to sign up to go and stuff. They have payment plans, so you can pay as you go and stuff like that. Like, the only thing is stopping you, to me, is you. I feel like this is something that is so needed, so needed. And I encourage anyone and everyone.
Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
What it is, yo? What's up? What's happening, everybody? Okay. Listen. Get into it, girl. Link down below in the description box. I need some more. Okay, Tamari, I need some more. Get into the Fab Hair International, bitch. Okay, take it out the country with you. Okay. Now, what's going on, happy people? Happy feelings in the air. Touching people everywhere. Spreading love on everything. Listen to the people sing. Ooh, what's going on, everybody? I got myself to remind me of love. Got my mind and my heart, yeah. That's just for my old folks. I believe in love and these happy feelings. That happy feeling, I spread them all across the world. From deep in my soul, I wish you happy feeling. I mean, all right. Listen, happy feeling. All right, y'all, I'm ready. What's up, bitch? I'm back. It's Tuesday. Okay, shake them tits, shake them tits, shake them tits. It's Tuesday. If you are a member of my channel, whether it on the website, YouTube, or Patreon, you saw yesterday we talked about love and marriage, Huntsville. Okay, it was a great conversation, y'all. It was a great conversation. You know, I think out the box. I don't mean to. It's where my mind goes, girl. I don't feel like I'm the only one that thinks outside of the box, but apparently sometimes I'm around a whole bunch of motherfuckers that think my way of thinking is just, you know, my God, today she's nuts. Be like, am I the problem? In Cardi B's words, am I the drama? Is it me, girl? I don't think so. I really don't. I got a cute little show for y'all. And I think we're about to get into somebody that absolutely is the drama. I'm going to start today's show off with Drea Michelle, because the last time I was at work, girl, I don't remember what day that was, but I think this happened like right after. And I was just like, child, I get to it next week. Also, I like for stories to develop over the weekend in case more shit transpires. I don't have to be coming back to y'all several times. I don't mind, but sometimes it's like, bitch, I don't need to come to y'all and talk about this shit every day. We can wait until the next day and just draw it all together for everybody. So Drea acting like the true tweedly do, you know what I'm saying? Because I've already told y'all that any woman that is in a relationship, long-term relationship with a baby, with a nigga half her age, it's because she is also still mentally a child. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because there's no other way around it. Like, it has to make sense in some type of way. That's just the way my mind works. It has to make sense. And the way I know men like to control younger people when they're in relationships with them, I believe older women are sometimes searching for safety and for what feels normal, which is to play a mothering role to a man anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like essentially, if this man was older, I don't feel like anything would be happening differently. Like, I feel like she would still be mothering a man her same age. Right? Like that's just how I see. Because all of the girls are doing this, right? This is what all of the girls do. All of the girls that get with athletes are mothering those men in some capacity. So it's kind of like everybody be like, oh girl, you know, that go her with her son. And it's just like, it's a whole bunch of bitches with grown men that's their age, that's older than them. And they still be out here with their other child. Look at them. Look at them with their big child and their little children that they had with their big child. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Drea is one of those people that's just a tad bit slow. Okay? Still a little bird in the mind. You have to be a level of delusional in order to succeed in life, especially if you have not seen what you do around you. There has to be a level of imagination and a level of delusion. Okay? I'm always a proponent for balance. I do recognize that we have to live in duality and polarity, meaning that things of opposite will be happening at the exact same time, and you will have to figure out how to balance in between those two things. Because if you don't, you out here self-sabotaging, self-destructing. It's just not a good look on either side if you are not in balance. Balance above all. And so to me, a young woman like Drea is lacking in balance. I'm calling her a young lady because to me, I feel like more immature than I am as a woman. I think she's older than me by a couple of years. Few years, right? What is Drea, like 40? Well, girl, I'm almost 40. Okay. And I just feel like she's acting like a bird. She's acting like a bird. Girl, why are you running down a public street after a 20-something? That doesn't, girl. Everybody forgive each other. What kind of disassociation is that? Those are some good friends, Savannah girl. I want to say that. Those are some good friends, okay? Because those are some friends that have not really been out here with this foolish. You could tell, like, speed walking with the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, not right now. I know y'all see the cameras. She putting all her weight on this man. He trying to keep the bag on his shoulder, his glasses, and his hat on at the same time. Y'all are stressing y'all friends out. That whole look good though, right? She look good. The BBL definitely worked for her. Look, let's walk down the other way. Child, whatever is going on, I know a lot of the, that's why a lot of bitches don't like me. Because I'm gonna tell y'all look dumb when y'all do stuff like this. I used to do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not having no public argument. Girl, it's a long time ago. Because I feel like you embarrass yourself whenever you act out in public on some personal shit. So I would rather wait till we get home. And it's really because I don't want nobody in my fucking business. Because we may make up. And I don't want people to know that we got into it, because people like to remember that you got into it with your partner. Even if they don't know what the fuck going on. People will assume all kind of shit. They'll have all kind of stories because you gave them the ammunition by showing them your life in such a manner. Oh, And we're going to talk about some local shit today as well. I'm so sorry. I have to. This is ridiculous. I'm tired of people lying and playing in everybody fucking face like we crazy because we deducing the truth. I'm tired. But this is stupid. Like, this is obviously, to me, her running behind him and forcing confrontation out in public. This is a sign that she is immature the way I thought that she was. Now, this was beforehand. They were in the club. This is another sign that, you know, there's a level of immaturity here. Or really just a level of me being claustrophobic. Girl, the way I could not be in no area standing that close to these people like this. You know, I couldn't tell whether this was a concert or not. But the way this looked like a club, and I don't know about y'all, but whenever I'm in a club venue and people are literally on every side of me and there's no real where to move, y'all, that shit makes my nerves so bad. I'm little and I'm always scared that it's gonna be like a trampling situation. And you know who's gonna get trampled? The bitches that are short, okay? Because some big motherfucker is gonna try to step on my shoulders and then I'm gonna be on the ground smushed to fucking death, okay? So yeah, when I'm in large crowds, like, I can't do it. How long we gonna be here? I'm ready to go. Girl, I like a nice old school good time. I like to go places where there's also food available. Whenever you go somewhere and there, you know, like a club or a lounge or something, these situations, celebrities, they ain't got no food. Girl, I don't know what we doing here. I honestly wouldn't even want to be like, sometimes when celebrities are in town, I won't go out because I don't like, first of all, how many motherfuckers be like, it's just weird energy. Like, I don't like all you people that don't normally come out. Now y'all outside all in the same place, crowding up a spot that I'm at every other, you know, month or some shit like that. And I'm just like, I can't even get a seat in this bitch because some random celebrity has come into town. And now all you hoes have decided to put on y'all best lace fronts and y'all mini dresses and come and flood to the club. So a lot of the times, if it's going to be buku people, I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm going to go find where there's not as many people. I'm a medium crowd type person. I love me a medium crowd of people. Okay. Just enough people that, you know, it's not given like when you playing the Sims and you get to a venue and nobody's there. Like, that's not how you want to feel when you go anywhere. But I also don't want to be little bitty in a group full of motherfuckers that might be getting, you know, hydrated to do dumb shit. Right? You drink alcohol, you get all angry, somebody step on your G nights, pow, pow. I grew up in New Orleans. This doesn't feel safe. Okay. But either way, they're in a club. He looks like Future. He has a scarf around his head. And they were like hugged up. They were hugged up and kissing. They were enjoying themselves. Yes. See, look, like, look at these niggas in the back. Oh my God. Why I feel like that looked like Trick Daddy if Trick Daddy hadn't done whatever he did to his skin right behind them. And the nigga with the red hat, that nigga is feeling the music. Do you hear me? Well, listen, when you in that bitch and you got your bottle, right? I know the feeling. I know the feeling, brother. Okay? Nigga is enjoying themselves. We're past, look, what? Okay, it's on in it. Look. It's on in that bitch right now, okay? Vibing. Is that Offset? Oh, wow. Wow. A pretty bottle girl. Is that Kanye? I know that's not Kanye. What the fuck is that? Yeah, y'all. So this was them out. Okay, they look like they was having a good time. I'm still like, girl, the way I would have been like, okay, I'm ready to go. Okay. And then, you know, I guess after that, because it was a weekend of good times. This obviously wasn't the same night, right? Or if it was the same night, they at least had went home and changed clothes, child. I don't fucking know. But I want to know what she was chasing him for. Either way, she came back the next day to let us know she don't give a fuck. And this is why I said you don't have these arguments out in public, bitch, because now everybody looking at you like you dumb. And I know you saying you don't care, but at some point we're going to get a post about how you tired of people talking to you crazy in your car. Okay. Like at some point, I think they were at Fashion Week. Yeah. Okay. She looks great. Look, now it's all love and shit. Okay. Everybody just took a nap. Everybody took a nap, ate, took a shower, smoked, maybe, fucked. Now we're okay again. Okay. That's really all that needed to happen. We needed to have angry, drunk sex. I think that's what it was. Okay. Because sometimes, like, I'm going to tell y'all right now, especially young men and young women, like immature people, they like to engage in contrarian like arguments with you so that the energy will get heightened so that they'll want to have sex with you. I've experienced this in my younger years. And I'm not going to say it wasn't fun. I'm not going to say that it wasn't fun, but it was exhausting. And as an old soul, I kind of came into this world already holding certain amounts of weight. And so I just used to be like, oh no, this is too heavy. Girl, heavy, heavy. That nigga heavy, baby. Like, why are you making my life this exhausting? Why are you arguing with me about like everything just so we can have this, like, you know, good but not the best, you know, that I've ever had sex? Like, this is why when I be telling the young girls shit, I be talking from my own experience, and I be wanting them to hear me when I tell y'all the bang 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 of it all. The bang 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 of it all. Yes, there are times it is great, it works, but I swear for God, when you get them niggas that know how to slow fuck you and pow drive you because they know the certain angle to be at and the rhythm to go at for, like, when you get those niggas, unfortunately, these are the niggas that's been having sex since they was like 10. I hate that for us. The community is not okay. But also, this is when you figure out bang, bang, bang is not there. It's, girl, that's not, big dick is not. And I remember the nigga being mad at me because I was like, this is amazing. Yo, shit not even as big as his, and you are doing a way better job. This is incredible. I had no idea. This is why you need experience, young girls. That's why you need experience, because you do not know. You do not know what you do not know. Trust auntie. Trust auntie on this one. Listen to me. If y'all out here fucking and you trying to have and you fucking to have a good time, like not just for the validation of a man. And if you are fucking just for the validation of a man, I implore you to stop that. That sounds like a sore cooch to me. I don't know if they still make niggas like this, right? Because like I said, this was when I was younger. I don't know if they still make niggas like this. But this is why I prefer a country, you know. That's why I prefer a nigga that will run barefoot, you know, on gravel and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's why I prefer country niggas. I don't know what it is, but in my experience, I had 2 city boys and 2 country niggas. Country niggas is up, is all I'm gonna say. Okay, married one of them. Country niggas is up. Okay. I'm just saying, if you the niggas that from the city of New Orleans, I've never had a I won't say that wasn't bad. That was bad. I'm not gonna, but I'm warning you. That's all. I'm sorry. We got into a whole nother conversation about this. I'm so sorry. It's sex education because I know they don't teach y'all this shit in school. So let me tell you. Okay. Okay. Nobody wants like no Mendices lazy dick ass nigga. I just want to put that out there. Speaking of people, oh my God. Okay. New Orleans people, don't pew pew me, bitch. And the reason why I say that is because y'all are the ones who would. Don't be mad at me, New Orleans people. But I'm so sorry. If y'all let them heavy-mouthed ass, no education, ridiculously dumb bitches get online and talk and run their shit, y'all are gonna let me do it as well. So, y'all, in local New Orleans news, a sleepy situation from New Orleans rum. Okay, y'all know there are several forms of the shade room. This is the New Orleans room because nobody gives a fuck about any of that shade shit. But that's what I'm sorry, y'all. Funny. Sleepy situation. Video shows BG. If y'all don't know who BG is, for everybody that's not a New Orleans person, this is Baby Gangsta. Okay, this is a member of the Hot Boys. He recently just got out of jail for doing a very long stint in the penitentiary. He got out of jail, hopped on a flight, and went into Hot Boy shit real quick. Okay, the Hot Boy showed up, got his hair done, got him dressed, and apparently got him a bitch. This is Bodied by Brooke. Bodied by Brooke is a very well-known influencer, right? She does fitness, but she's an influencer in New Orleans. Does really great. From what I heard, makes great bank, right? But recently did get arrested. Okay. She said she paid for it. She was out the same day, next day, bitch. It wasn't nothing. Hey. Okay. I don't know. Neither do I care, girl. However, once we get here, this is when I'm gonna tap in because y'all are not about to play in my face. Y'all look at this.
Ma. BG.
So before BG went to jail, he had a really bad dope problem. Okay, really bad dope problem. And it had been that way for years, if I can recall. Like it had been on and off for years. Bad dope problem. And when he went to jail and got clean, when he got out, I remember thinking to myself, he about to rush into them doing this Hot Boys tour. And I don't know if he's gonna stay sober once he's back out. And then here we are with this. Now, of course, those of us that know a dope lean when we see it feel like that nigga look like he on dope. Right? I don't know. That's what it looked like. Looked like a dope lean. Y'all see my gif? Yeah. Now, Body by Brooke is just laying on his lap looking sleep. But here's the thing about how men affect women. If he sleep and he look like he on dope and you sleep, then bitch, you look like you on dope. Because a lot of the times, this is what men do. Men influence women who are maybe in a better space to lower where they are once they get in these relationships. That's just what happens a lot of the time. I don't care hither nor there. Y'all hither nor there. I'm just giving y'all the life lesson, but I promise y'all, people can do whatever the fuck they want to do. This they business. If y'all want to be caught up out here on a dope lean, that's y'all business. It ain't got me no never mind. But then here come Body by Brooke trying to tell y'all she was just sleeping. And that we want her, who I don't know, maybe not we, because I don't, include myself on the rest of these niggas. Because I don't really care what y'all doing. But I'm just saying, I know what it looked like. Let's hear what she's saying.
Y'all got y'all a little tea and just feel like, woo, y'all excited today. Baby, us falling asleep in a car and everybody reposting somebody sleeping in a car like that, let you know y'all don't got nothing going on. Because that's so exciting for y'all. Like, really exciting. How since when somebody sleeping in a car mean they on drugs? Y'all got y'all a little tea. And if I was on drugs, bitch, I'll broadcast that shit. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Don't nobody.
If you a broadcast being a dope fiend, talking about you don't give a fuck about us, ma'am, that's not about us. That's not about nobody. Like, that don't even make no sense. I'm sorry, y'all. Nobody should ever have like, I don't give a fuck, I'm a dope head. Ma'am, that's a sign that you might actually be one. Because that don't even make no sense. If you don't care, then why are you up here talking to us, telling us that that's not what's going on, while telling us if that was the case, you would tell us you wouldn't give a fuck. I don't believe you. I don't believe any self-respecting woman that has in any way tried to influence people on fitness should believe that telling everybody or allowing everybody to think you do dope is good for business. That's not smart on no scale. So the fact that you even said that makes me feel like, girl, what? This not how you dispel the shit.
Gave me like that. I don't hide nothing. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
So that's the response. And I just want to say this is what I say. I say, who posted the video? Because that's who wanted it to be something. Also, BG was out here bad before prison. So if we see a ninja that used to do dope leaning, common sense would imagine that, you know what I'm saying, that nigga back on that shit. Her son. Oh, her son posted the shit because her son resents her. Wow. Not your son posted the shit. Because I was about to say, whoever's sitting in a car with you posting the shit, that's the person you need to be upset about. Don't be upset at the internet for seeing that shit for what it was. Because to be honest, ma'am, I really don't care what y'all got going on. But I really don't like when people come to the internet and act like everybody tripping because they making sense. You bitches dare to make sense about me on the internet? Because what are you talking about? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. How you gonna sit up there and tell us? And then I love the way she said specifically, she not on dope. And I was just like, bitch, I'm willing to believe you might have been just sleep. I'm willing to believe you might have just been sleep. But when nigga hit that boy knee and he just, that, please. It's a dope lean. It's a dope lean. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to us. It's sad though. It's sad. Like, if this is not really what's going on, then it's sad that your son will put you out there like that. And if it is what's going on, because that's what it looked like, it's sad that you will respond in this manner, which gives like indignation. Like New Orleans people love that. New Orleans people love like to have this indignation about whatever it is. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's right. I don't care about nobody. I don't care about me. I don't care about you. I don't care about nobody. You right. That's why I understand the Nick Fuenteses and all of them of the world. Okay, let's go ahead and segue into the white people's news. Don't. Okay, let's segue into the white people's news. Okay. So I want to say that this is a gross overstep. And I thought everybody was for freedom of speech. But I always, like, it's been obvious to me how hypocritical conservatives are since I was a child. Like, I don't even understand why anybody believes any of this shit, because everybody is a hypocrite. Everybody says something and wants to invoke empathy and sympathy out of everybody else. And the truth of the matter is, you just want it, but you don't give it. And that's not how this works, right? Even the gaslighting, I think, is a part of the abuse. I do feel like people take any opportunity to abuse the oppressed. And in this country, I feel like those of us that or in some way feeling attacked after this happened. And I said, you know, I was in fear of how his unaliving was going to affect the rest of us. That's what I was really worried about. But I also said a long time ago when Trump got back into office that it would be infighting. I told y'all that. And that's just because that's just how this happens. People think they can like create this negative, violent hatred. Like they think they can develop this energy around themselves, infuse it in other people, and it's not going to make its way back to them. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. People are talking about how, you know, his wife seemed like not emotional. Like somebody said she did an ASMR with his casket. I don't know. I did not see it, but it just kind of reinforces to me that most of these people are sociopaths, and you have to be a sociopath on some level, because what you're doing is separating what you know is right, what you know is the truth, from what you are trying to promote, right? So how can you be a good person when you treat other people the way you do, and then expect to be treated better than everybody else? How does that even work? That doesn't work. And just because people on the outside looking in can't see what's happening, it doesn't mean it isn't happening. So to me, this is really like a consequence of the rhetoric that they spew, the hatred that they live in, the energy that they create. That's the energy that destroys them. And I feel like a lot of the times that's the case. Like with everybody, that's the case. But I want y'all to notice, Black people, because that's who I talk to, and that's who talks to me for the most part. I want y'all to understand how things are happening on our side and things are happening on their side, and they're the same type of thing, right? So y'all know that most Black people are conservative. You know that a lot of Black people are homophobic, transphobic, all of those things. They align with a lot of conservative values. You also know about people who don't care about anything. Y'all know, Black people that don't care about anything. It doesn't show up in the same manner as it does in white people, but there are, on both sides, there are people that do not care about anything. They may not use language like empathy isn't real, but they will bully y'all into feeling like caring is the wrong thing to do. Oh, you care about shit? Oh, you care about shit? Oh, you feel a way about that? Oh, look at you being triggered. Laughing and making fun of people with genuine emotion is what the Groypers are good at. And if y'all notice, like in general, I feel like this is the population of incel gamers turned trolls that have now turned it into a political body. They think this shit is funny, but they only think it's funny because they are a dark, endless pit. They don't have any hope. They don't have any light. And so the only way they can deal with this life is to basically annihilate it, destroy it, because they feel like it's pointless anyway. It's people who are severely, severely, severely depressed and absent of anything that would actually nourish the spirit. And so they become voids. They become like black holes. And what they create is like just this darkness that can either surround them, or they kind of go around and be the darkness, be the affector that makes everybody else feel bad. They're cancerous, essentially. Okay, because they're ideals that's why I feel like this whole idea that y'all, there's so many black people. I saw Don Lemon interviewing people, and there's so many black people saying, oh, this person, is human, they have kids, da 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 da. And even though I understand all of that, I also feel as if the very people that y'all are trying to have empathy for are laughing at you and think you're an idiot, because they would never, ever, ever have that type of empathy for the enemy. That's how they think. And so because I believe in being balanced, I don't wish harm. I don't rejoice. I don't celebrate. It simply is what it is. It simply is what it is. Such is life. That's how I feel about a lot of this. And that's the place that I have to be in order to be grounded in this space. Because if I were to get swept up, even with the sun outside, the darkness is heavy and ever present. And I feel like what white people have done is they have been stripping themselves of their souls by making themselves white, Making yourself white is stripping yourself of all the things that you could hold on to that would make you feel good enough to not want to destroy everything around you. But when your confidence and everything that you build your foundation on is a lie, and it's a lie that's steeped and based in like evil, devil, like, energy, it just gets dark for everybody. And you have to take special effort. Black people specifically, and we're good at this. We take special effort in the party, in the good time, in the feel good. And the reason why we do that is because we have to stay in touch with the fact that there is some light. We have to. Us specifically, because we don't live in that world with them, and they want us to. Like, to me, when I say people are black holes, they want everybody else to live in this emptiness, this nothingness with them. And there are a lot of us that do not want to live in that misery with you. And I think we should have that choice. The Groypers. Let me see if I can find something just to explain it, and then we'll move on. And this is just because I want y'all to be aware, because you are on social media and you need to know the things that you're sharing, the things that you need to know. Because if you don't know, you don't know, right? You don't know what you're sharing, all this shit. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Did I save anything? I don't think I saved anything on it, because literally I've just been taking all of the information in, because I didn't. Oh, here it is. And this is the one that y'all was sharing with me. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go.
Turns out to have a feminine boyfriend that strengthens the Groyper speculations. They are obsessed with femboys. Oh man, the chronically online wokeness is paying off. There exists a subsection of incels who are so celibate and hateful and fearful of women that they groom other incels into feminizing themselves for the sake of the cause. They call themselves operators and cosplay as characters like Ghost from Call of Duty and other very, very militarized characters in gear, just to take that gear off and then being all ooh or oh whoa, hey, look at that. To be more specific, because I know a lot of you are actually looking for information, they wear military cosplays, but underneath those cosplays are like lingerie and knee-high socks. There's even a subsection of femcel who does the same thing, and the Groypers hate them. People are just now finding out that there exists a whole subsection of alt-right that genuinely views MAGA, the Make America Great Again movement, as liberal. And you're not even in the pipeline yet. You're looking at it from a way far away.
So what he is saying is that apparently the group allegedly that the shooter came from is the Groypers. Gamers, incels, trolls online, right? Their group is led by Nick Fuentes. That's the man that said your body, my choice during the elections, if y'all recall. And then there is the other side of that, which is the Charlie Kirk side, which is still playing on respectability politics, kind of, sort of, because they still want to use everybody so that they can become, they just want to be gods to everybody. There are people that want to kill everybody, and there are people that want to be gods to everybody. This is what's going on between those two sides right now. And so they're fighting each other essentially. But the funny part, and the reason why I said at the beginning of this, is that what's going on the white side is going on the black side. Because what do we keep talking about when I tell y'all these men that hate women so much? What it actually tells me about what they're suppressing and oppressing within themselves. And it's the same thing over here. Niggas said they hate women so much that they have created the only type of woman that would be acceptable to them, and that's a trans woman. So they actually fetishize these people. Who else does that, y'all? Black DL men. And who are a lot of the times the black DL men that do this that y'all are always so surprised about? It's the niggerish dudes, the gangsters, the niggas that, got an energy like they about to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? So think about what he just said about the Groypers, the white boys in the military, the fake military cosplay shit. Think about the gangsters. The two heights of what we might view as physical strength in our respective communities. Physical strength amongst black people a lot of the times is gangster niggas. Okay? These are niggas that are willing to do the worst, right? On the other side, military. These are the niggas that are willing to do the worst, the military. And because they are in a way hyper masculine, the response to the hyper masculinization is to be into femboys and literally go around bullying other men to feminize them into becoming femboys. Now think about the way in the black community, men are always bullying each other and calling each other simps whenever they feel they're pandering to women. When men actually, this is why I say they changed the meaning of simp, because when I was growing up, simp used to be a man that was the sidekick to another man. He's not as attractive. He'll do anything for that man, but ultimately he will snake that man because he wants to be that man on some level. But to everybody else, he's that guy's biggest fucking fan. He's a simp. It comes from the word simpleton, stupid, dumb. A lot of the times, the man that cozies up to the larger man on some level is a simpleton. He's stupid. That's how men view men that run behind other men. It's the same way they view women that run behind men. Stupid. This is what they think of women. A lot of men think that women are stupid. They don't tell you that because they want to have sex with you. But that's how they feel. Because sometimes the games that they play with you work. Right? So when I was talking to y'all and I tell y'all about how a lot of times when I see these black men that are abusive and aggressive and have this energy towards women, they screaming and howling and all of that with women. But when it comes to men, they can have these calm conversations and come to Jesus and there's a level of respect and all of that. And I tell y'all they're suppressing homosexuality. Y'all tell me that I'm tripping. Literally on the other side of the internet, the white boys are doing the exact same thing, hyper masculine, hate women, and so therefore engage in gay shit. And this is why everybody should just be okay with the gay shit. Because essentially, if it's not something being suppressed, then people can just be it without creating this darkness around it. And they create darkness around it because the world creates darkness around it. The world says you can't be gay. That's bad. And so you can't really tell people that. I know y'all think y'all can, but essentially when people feel safe enough, they will do whatever the fuck they want to do. So you might tell your son every day, you better not be gay. You better not be gay. Anything that's feminine about him, you will beat it out of him. Do you know what he will end up doing? Going to jail and fucking a nigga in prison. Or getting fucked in prison, whichever. But that's what will end up happening. Because y'all don't understand the balance between feminine and masculine and how you can't be hyper anything without the exact opposite coming into play. You can't be hyper masculine without on some level actually being really fucking feminine. If you think about it. Hyper masculine men are overly emotional. What do y'all think being overly emotional is? Y'all think that's feminine, chaotic energy, right? When they say it's like a snake eating its own tail because it's feeding into itself, the shit is sickening. The way things always end up, having that duality, that polarity. But yeah, y'all. So, when y'all are always trying to tell me that I think so weird and all of that, okay, girl. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes. But a lot of the times, I'm right. Just saying. Because I just believe there are certain rules to this shit. It's not about anybody individually. It's certain rules to how life works to me. Based on what I've seen. So where do I want to go next? Because girl, it was so much. Matter of fact, I want to go to Cam because a lot of people were talking to me in the comments saying that I'm tripping. And well, not on Instagram. On Instagram, people make sense. On TikTok, people don't make sense. Like the men who dick ride are always somewhere nearby waiting. Well, B did good this time. I got your take. I don't know what that means. Hold up. And look, some people say he was literally laughing with Adrien, so I'm confused. Either they messing around or something. I agree with you. He protects Stat Baby in a big bro way. Other women he will talk insane about. You are right. I was just going to share a similar take. Okay, so other people was feeling me, but at the bottom it was like, this is a weird take. And I said, it's really not. It's weird that you think it's weird. Somebody said, prove it. What do you mean prove it? Like, see what I'm saying? He did the right thing. Mind you, she has never met Cam in real life. Mind you, I don't have to meet a man in real life in order to know that he's unsafe. Are y'all okay? See, this is how people end up getting taken advantage of because y'all don't know how to see a motherfucker from a distance. I can hear what this man says. I can see the things he says. I can hear his opinions on women, and I can surmise by the way he talks and thinks that I'm not safe around him. Are y'all okay? Let me hold your hand when I tell you this. That's the way you're supposed to be dealing with people, sweetheart. You're supposed to be paying attention to the things that they say and how they move. You're not supposed to think that just because they do one nice thing, that means they're not the person they've always been. That is stupid.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey,
what you wish that? I love you. God, I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stat, could you stop
Yes.
Can you stop smiling? You
Arabia is
nah, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G shit. We gotta. Have boyfriend here, yo.
Right. Oh, shit.
Awesome G shit, yo. Her boyfriend is here, yo. These men protect men. They protect themselves and they protect other men. It's not about Stacks. It's not about her. Because you were laughing a second ago. I heard his ass laughing on the fucking mic. I know what that nigga laugh sound like. He was laughing a second ago. But now you want to get to business. And also the boyfriend has probably made himself seen in the room somewhere. If the boyfriend was in the room or in the building and we couldn't see him until a moment ago, and then Cam saw the boyfriend's face, and then Cam decides to say, hey, man, chill out. Whole man in here. It's not about protecting a woman. It's about protecting a man. What y'all don't get about these niggas?
My bad.
Like, it's all like, okay, we guess we can move on to football then.
Stat. Oh my God.
Just that. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about
Still
Floyd.
laughing.
When I see you taking off some
I'm
time,
mesmerized by Stat.
Now, this is the third or fourth time Cam has tried to conduct this interview, and Adrien continues to talk to Stack. This is not about respecting Stack. This is about respecting Cam. I don't know how so many of y'all are missing it. I don't know how my take is weird. I know there are going to be a whole bunch of dick riding ass men that want to argue with me because every time y'all see another man, y'all can't help but to be his little foot soldier because you're submissive. Because all of y'all are submissive. You're submissive, and then you're also trying to keep all of us women in line. Right? You're trying to keep us in line, you little Agent Smiths, as my girl Erica De Niro would say.
bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. But I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no.
Also, if y'all hear the way Adrien is talking, Adrien is fucked up. Adrien is fucked up. But this is not about the fact that he's disrespecting Stacks. This is about the fact that this man showed up to this interview and he's playing in their face. He feels disrespected. Adrien is fucked up, and Adrien is ignoring his questions and focusing on Stacks. This is about Cam feeling disrespected because you came on my podcast and you basically wasted my time.
I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you. I'm gonna pay you for your time.
And I don't want to have no problems with you because isn't Adrien Broner a fucking boxer? That's why you don't want to have any problems with him. And this is why I don't like puss ass niggas like Cam, because y'all disrespect people that you think you can punk. But when somebody that you think might actually haul off and beat your ass, you be real clear and real steady and real respectful. And I would like to remind everybody, as I did on Instagram and TikTok, about Cam asking one of the escorts in the Diddy case how Cassie's coochie was. He doesn't respect women. That lady was beat and kicked like a fucking football. And there are niggas in the comments saying that it's okay for Cam to talk about her like that with all of that disrespect and without any protection for women at all. That was cool because she was not deserving of protection. So once y'all understand that they move the goalpost when they say that, that's moving the fucking goalpost.
But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends are here. You know when my brother
shit, my bad, bro.
I told you niggas boyfriend is here. It's not about respecting her. It's the same thing they do with Lauren London behind Nipsey Hussle. It's the same thing they do to Vanessa Bryant behind Kobe Bryant. It is not about protecting the woman. It is not about respecting the woman. It's about respecting the man that she belongs to. As a woman, you don't know that you should have a problem with that, but you should. It's not real protection. It's not real respect, which means the nastiness that they have to other people, it will come to you eventually. Whenever it is most advantageous, that's when it'll come to you.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Nah, well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not going to sit and not value your time neither. You want to wait for me, you could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta jump out.
Hug the nigga and everything. This is what y'all, and this is what the fuck I be talking about. Y'all think that he was checking Adrien for Stacks and he's doing all of this like, you know, I don't want to disrespect you, bro. I don't want to disrespect you. It's all love, but you wasting our time. Da-da-da-da-da. Bruh.
Yeah, no problem.
Good in person.
These niggas submit to other men. Submit to other men. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes the biggest pussy in the room, so to speak, is the loudest nigga in the room.
Good in person.
Thank you.
But yeah. Also, don't Adrien be out here wilding anyway? And that's because, like, at some point, this is what I be talking about. Adrien is problematic as fuck. But Cam and Mace are problematic, so they don't give a fuck about the fact that Adrien is problematic, right? So they invite him on their show and he plays in their face because the nigga is problematic. But if you had been paying attention to what he does online, then you would have known that. But you don't care about that because, once again, as long as it's not happening directly to you as a man, you don't care. You don't care. Right? Now that he's in a room disrespecting your podcast and disrespecting Stack's boyfriend, who you obviously care about a whole lot, you gotta pay a nigga and check a nigga and send him out his way, but hug him and let him know that you know you still got love for him and it ain't no beef. But these are the niggas that'll be out here talking to a woman real bad, right? You gonna smack a woman, you gonna do all of this shit to a woman though. Pussy ass niggas. Speaking of people doing all kind of shit to women, let's go here. I was so upset, y'all. I wasn't really. I wasn't really. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I often feel like when police officers become content creators, it means you're like exploiting the people around you. And sometimes you're exploiting them in a way that they think they're aware of how they're being exploited, but they really don't. They really, really don't. So Tommy Norman, I follow Tommy Norman, okay? Because y'all know during the times where police officers are like, you know, doing the most, whenever, you know, also like in general, this is a thing about Black people. Black people search for white people that would be on our side about things because we feel like we're alone. We feel like we're alone. And a lot of us feel like we can't even trust each other. So whenever we see a white person that seems to have the same moral compass as us when it comes to, you know, how you treat people and racism and all of these things, we're like, oh my God, give him an invite to the picnic right now. Print it. It was an invite to the picnic, you know. And what I would like for everybody to do is the same thing I would like for y'all to do with Cam. Stop giving people so much fucking credit. Stop giving them so much credit. It's okay to congratulate people or to acknowledge when they do good. But when y'all overly praise people, it creates a sense of protection around them that even if they are doing something bad, nobody will care because now they've been pedestalized. Now we like them. So whatever they did, it doesn't really matter. I believe that's morally abhorrent. Just tell you the truth. So when we have people like Tim, you know what I'm saying? Tommy, I'm sorry. You know, you're very excited. You're like, oh my God, a white police officer that's not racist. Oh my God. You know what I mean? But they really do be out here exploiting people and making a following off of the poor Black people that they are in the community with. And they might do things that seem as if they're helping, right? You know, they do programs that help people get food and clothes, but there's always a camera in somebody's fucking face, profiting, exploiting the situation, right? So sometimes, even though I feel like people are doing good in the world, if they show up in a certain manner, I keep my good eye on them. I just, in general, y'all, I don't give everybody my trust. You have to earn it. And I mean that like across the board. Right. So when people do weird shit, I'm never really surprised sometimes because I'm like, people do weird shit. That's the place I'm in right now. Right now in my life, if anybody pops up being weird, I would not be surprised. I will not have my feelings hurt. Jamie Lee Curtis, I love Jamie Lee Curtis. But anytime I hear about anybody crying and all of that shit, I'm definitely in a mind frame of not surprising. Doesn't hurt my feelings. That's what I expect. That's what I expect. So let's get into this because this is what I expect as well. I expect for white police officers to have DV cases. A longtime North Little Rock police officer known for his large social media following has been arrested on a domestic violence charge, as reported by TMZ. Police said Norman was taken into custody late Saturday and booked on one count of third-degree domestic battery. Norman is well known on social media and in his community for his passion and community-focused style of policing. He has garnered more than 1 million followers on Instagram. According to an arrest report, officers responded to a call involving Norman and his wife. She told police he struck her in the chest and the back of his hand. With the back of his hand. He struck her in the chest with the back of his hand during an argument. Officers noted a minor injury, while Norman claimed he was only blocking her hand after she tried to slap him. Jail records show Norman, a 27-year-old veteran of the department, is being held without bond. The police department confirmed he has been placed on administrative leave, while both the criminal case and an internal investigation move forward. Okay, child, the difference a day makes, because on the left, he looks like he might be mixed with something. On the right, he looks like a white supremacist. Oh my God. Why is it like that? Hold up. There was something else that came out after the fact of him, and I thought that I had saved it. Girl, let me refresh my page. Wow, those people. We was just in a cult sleeping, girl. Here we go. Okay, Officer Tommy Norman released on $350 bond after domestic battery arrest.
I'm his twin. He's at home asleep.
We're going to go ahead and go straight to the left to the print machine.
Because I don't have my contacts in all my glasses.
I got you. We're going to go over this. Watch out. Don't hit the table. Go over to this pink spot. If you want to, you can sit down for a second. I'm going to ask you a few questions to get some information. How tall are you?
6'1".
Weight?
240.
Eye color?
Brown.
What's the date of arrest?
3/9.
Gotcha. Just a misdemeanor, right?
No, sir.
Do you have any injuries you need to be at the hospital for or anything?
No, sir.
Head injuries or a car accident in the last 24 hours? Yeah.
You said that your fingerprint in the shower.
I got to get you to see medical. They'll do a medical history on you. Make sure if there's anything that you need to take while you're here or anything like that. And then I'll just get you walk right upstairs after all that, after your photo and everything. Yeah, because court ain't going to be till Tuesday. Unless somebody can work something out, get you something on Monday. North Little Rock's always Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
I'm not going to be by myself.
You'll be in the room by yourself, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You'll be on PC no matter what because of the status, your profession.
Okay, y'all. So let me read what it says. Statement from Rosalind Norman. So this is the wife. She said, like many families, we have experienced both loving memories and difficult times, but that does not diminish the love we share. Okay, girl. We are leaning on God for strength and guidance, and we kindly ask for grace, prayers, and privacy as we move forward. We are truly grateful for the love and support of our family, friends, and community. Please continue to keep us all lifted in prayer. We also want to acknowledge that this time has come with many challenges, including rumors and outside pressures, which have been difficult for our family. What do you mean? Are they saying he's cheating on you? Because, that's usually the case. What remains true is that we care deeply for one another and hold the utmost respect for the dedication and passion Tommy has for the community. We ask that this matter be allowed to be handled privately with dignity and respect. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay. So yeah, I will just say that you're falling into a statistic. Again, I believe in how systems work. I feel like people can do whatever. Like people can be one way or another way, but systems usually keep people in place. You are a police officer. You are a white police officer. You married a black woman. You're involved in a community and you have a DV. I mean, it aligns. It makes sense, girl. It makes sense. Because, they're saying it like he's not like over there just knocking her head between the washing machine and dryer, but they got into a back and forth. She tries to hit him. He, backhands her in the chest. The first thing I was thinking about is people knowing where to hit the person so that they don't bruise. Also, people waiting for arguments, antagonizing arguments so that the person will swing at them, which will then give them the opportunity to hit the person. They wanted to hit you anyway, but they know they can't just haul off and hit you first. So they play a mental game with you to make you throw the first lick. And after you throw the first lick, they get to just, hit you the way they really wanted to hit you. And now they have an excuse for it thereafter. Because please understand, men that abuse are always in their mind about how to abuse you and keep you at the same time. That's always in their minds. But yeah, girl, that's what's going on with Tommy Norman falling into statistics. Yes, girl. Speaking of falling into statistics, remember when I told y'all that billionaires aren't black? Remember when I told y'all that? Apparently there was a prison reform event. Jay-Z and Beyonce were there and they were seated at the same table with Ivanka Trump. And yeah, Ivanka and her husband. Yeah. They look like they're having a really nice time. So when I say that black people aren't billionaires. What I am saying is, yes, there are Black people. There are African Americans. Let's be clear. There are African American billionaires. The way I am starting to want to categorize, especially in this moment, I want to categorize Blackness the way white people categorize whiteness, the way they think about it, right? And whiteness is something that they are loyal to no matter what. Even if it hurts them, they are loyal to their whiteness. Black people are not the same way. We are more loyal to whiteness than we are loyal to Blackness, meaning that at a large scale, it doesn't matter about our Blackness. We are going to value people based on what we value most. If we value money most, then we are going to value people with money over anybody that's Black that's under that. So yeah, Oprah, Tyler, and listen, it's not to say these people don't do good things. It's not to say that I think these people are like in the basement of a large building in robes, you know, quoting the same words over and over again in some type of formation of stars, time, and dates and shit. You know, it's not that I think they're Illuminati or anything like that. But I just want y'all to be aware that the people you pedestalize are still people, and they're still very, very rich people. And very, very rich people, what we've learned in our world, in order for them to be billionaires, they have to be taking advantage of people. In one way or another, they have to be taking advantage of somebody somewhere. They have to be exploiting somebody somewhere in order for them to become a billionaire. And so, because of this, I don't pedestalize. I don't put people on pedestals, which means if somebody says something bad about one of these two well-loved people, if it sounds plausible, I won't say that it didn't happen. So for instance, with Jay, until they proved that lady was lying, I wasn't going to fully say she was lying. And then when they proved that the lady was lying to some extent, I still left room for the fact that I didn't like the way Jay-Z went after the lawyer, because then that weakened all the cases about Diddy. And I don't feel like all of those cases are lies. But tearing down the lawyer meant basically all of those other cases would become mute once he decided to tear the lawyer down, instead of just disproving the case. Like I said back then, and everybody was like, Bondy, well, why do you feel like that? Because I think that people's actions prove to their motives a lot of the times. That's why, right? So the shit that they do, I pay attention to, and I align that with a certain type of personality. A lot of y'all were asking me about why I felt that way. Well, this is why. And I'm always okay with being wrong, and I'm always on some let's just wait and see shit. I'll be here. We can just wait and see. And you know, this is sketch, especially right now. This is sketchy. This is problematic. This is disheartening. All of the things. All of the things, right? But you know, y'all gonna keep getting y'all energy siphoned at them fucking concerts. Have fun. Have fun for me, girl. Have fun for me. I'm gonna listen to the album at home. But bitch, you ain't fitting to be siphoning my energy for 2.5 hours like that. Got me feeling like I got hit by a fucking bus after the tour. Like, girl. Let's get into Akbar V. Because I remember when Akbar V told us that she was pregnant, I was like, really, bitch? I got aggravated. And I remember saying something about it, and then everybody wants to act like she's a good mom and all of that. Remember, it's something happened with her son. And I was just like, y'all can't possibly think Akbar V is a good mom. Y'all do. A lot of y'all do think that Akbar V is a good mom. And I think that's because a lot of y'all are shitty moms and y'all want to think y'all are good moms too. But the reason why I said that she was a shitty mom, not just because of her history, but just because women like her, Like, girl, you were fighting on baddies. You're rolling around on the ground. You're still having children, even though you didn't do right by the ones you already had. And you're a pick-me, which means you'll be running behind a man, which means your children will eventually resent you because you played them out for dick. That's usually why kids hate their parents, especially their moms. Kids hate their moms because their moms are trained and groomed to be pick-me's. And so at some point, you're going to look at your mom like it's either me or the dick. And she's going to be like, bitch, what you thought? The dick. And you're like, wow, I thought we were better than that. I know all your business. But fuck me, right? For the dick. Girl, that's why I did not like that conversation on Love and Marriage Huntsville that Trish was having with Destiny and her homegirl, telling her, don't worry about how your kids feel about Ken because your kid's about to leave the house. So, you know, you need to be, don't worry about if your kids don't like your man. Y'all hoes be pick-me's. Y'all hoes be pick-me's. So I say all that to say, when you've been through all you've been through and you learn nothing from it, and then you keep having children and putting them through the cycle of abuse, I believe that you are unconsciously living your life. You are ignoring red flags and you are ignoring the consequences, no matter how many times your life shows you consequences. You ignore them. You never learn the lesson. So the fact that this lady is coming on the internet now telling us that she's in an abusive relationship, it's not that I am blaming the victim, but it is me telling y'all that at some point, at this point, I'm going to believe you're making these decisions. You know who these people are, right? Y'all do. When I talk to y'all about this shit, this is like, she'll be the perfect one online defending Cam, right? She been quiet recently. But to me, I feel like the pick-me's are gonna always be the ones on the internet crying about these niggas eventually, because y'all are always willing to self-sacrifice, and then y'all come to the internet wanting somebody to be mad on y'all behalf. Bitch, you should have been mad on your behalf. You.
For my birthday, right? So we at the table, TT Sweat, Swaz, Sweat wife, Yeet. So the nigga tried to really wanted me to pay for everybody's food. Like, I never forget this. Like, this just stuck with me. And Sweat spoke up and was like, why Akbar gotta pay? It's her birthday. You get what I'm saying? Like,
girl, Erykah Badu already told y'all about this. I'm getting tired of your shit. You don't never buy me nothing. Like Erykah Badu, y'all wasn't listening to the right music when y'all was growing up. Every time you come around, you got to bring Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone. They gave you the game. I got to open up my purse to pay your way and your homeboy's way, and sometimes your cousin's way. They don't never have to pay. Don't have no cars. Hang around in bars trying to hang around with stars. Simps. Like Badu, I'ma tell you the truth. Show and prove. We'll get the move. I think you better.
For a man to sit there and speak up like that, like, I really feel like Sweat don't like me. But for him to say that, it was like 100. I looked at him so different because
you shouldn't have looked at him different, bitch. He was just trying. You shouldn't have looked at him different, bitch.
Mind you, me and Sweat used to be real close. Like, that was my dog for real. But then this nigga came in, started lying and manipulating shit, and come back telling me something that Sweat said and telling Sweat shit. It just was a whole bunch of mess, right? Keep in mind, y'all, whole time for my birthday, he was trying to, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. All of this to me. But anytime it was anybody's birthday up there, it was, oh, you want to go. But where was everybody? Y'all don't understand how much I have helped this man for my birthday.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, girl. Yeah, we do, girl. We know how much you helped this man, girl. We all know. Yeah, we do. We do. Cause what y'all do. This is what y'all do. I've been getting my face punched in by my husband, but turn around and ask for my money. I'm just saying. Ask me for some ass. Well, hold up, listen, partner, I ain't no cheap thrill. Listen, cause Miss Girl, you are literally explaining to us what Erykah Badu told you not to do in 1997. 97, 99, girl, whenever they recorded Tyrone during the live show. She said I was dumb, and I was dumb. Girl, yeah, you the same bitch that's always online arguing with women on behalf of men. We call you a pick-me, and now, girl, yeah, this is 1 + 1 = 2 to me. Of course, this is happening to you. Of course. You always fighting on behalf of some ain't shit ass nigga on the internet. It would make sense that you would be over there self-sacrificing for an ain't shit ass nigga at your house. You ain't have to be this dumb. The girls was trying to give you the game. And I was dumb. I still tried to work it out and figure out the problem. What the fuck? You can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink it. I hate to laugh about domestic violence, but it's just how much people will tell y'all. People will be screaming to the mountaintops, girl, wake the fuck up. And you in the comments talking about, I didn't know what the problem was. I didn't know why he kept getting mad at me. He is a degenerate. He was not taught how to handle his emotions. He was not taught how to self-regulate. This is, yes, girl. Yes, the hood. Yes, girl, the hood. Oh my God, today, y'all. Girl, this is not, you know why I get aggravated? Because I feel like back in the day, we really used to be confused about these things. And I don't know what happened. The veil has been unlifting. Every time they tell y'all something was about to happen, it's a Lionsgate portal, and we was there on 888 and ain't nothing happened. But then all of a sudden, you like, bitch, I remember I used to be asking, you know, if this was real, if that was real, why this happened, Lord? Why that happened, Lord? And now I feel like I have the answer to most of those questions now. Girl, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I'm confused. And I feel like we're not in the same time period anymore where y'all can act like there aren't so many people and women out there telling y'all that y'all have got to stop living y'all lives like this. And you don't listen and you get mad. And then niggas is punching you in the face and asking you for money and telling you to pay for their homeboys' meals and shit. And you doing it, trying to figure out what the problem is. The nigga hate you, bitch. That's why we call y'all pick-me's, because these niggas hate you. And you want so badly to be picked by niggas that hate you. That's what we be trying to explain. Let me show you how this nigga hates you. He did this, he did that. But he was nice to me this one time. You don't even know him. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Boop, boop. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay. She said, let me finish, y'all. I'm sorry. Because you couldn't figure out what the problem was. I'm sorry. He gets mad when I find out he's cheating. Do you see my face? Do you see what I've been dealing with on top of that, going through postpartum depression? First time he beat me and put me in Jefferson Hospital because he was telling his ex-girlfriend daughter she can call and ask him for whatever, but knows how much the ex-girlfriend has done in. Oh, so you wanted him to not help the other little girl, and he was going to do it to spite you because he don't really like you. This is obvious. That nigga got you pregnant, asked you for money, beat your ass, and cheated on you. Again, these niggas don't like you. Stop being a pick-me. They don't like you. How much evidence do you need? Jeez Louise. Let me finish it. It's a long message, y'all. I'm never going to finish it if I keep interrupting myself. God, get me together. Okay, wait. But knows how much the ex-girlfriend has done in our marriage. What do you mean? What has she done in your marriage? Because if you saying she fucked him, that's not something she did. That's something they did. I still stayed. Now he just did this on my birthday, August 22nd. And he's such a narcissist. So this just happened. She was talking about, I remember this time, she was talking about that shit like it. Wait, hold up. You mean getting hit? No, your birthday. This was your birthday. Yeah, no, bitch. You was talking like that shit happened like years ago, bitch. That just happened this past like 2 weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. My God, today. She said, all I said was this lame nigga trying to make me go home, but I was playing. Nothing serious. He put hands on me for nothing. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Yeah, that's how they be. That's how they be, girl. Everyone knows I play and talk smack. My husband knows it too. Y'all remember when she got online and told us that she was married, like that made her better than the rest of the hoes? Y'all remember? I be feeling like very like justified in how I be feeling about people. This is a moment. Okay, I'm sorry. And it's not that I'm rejoicing in this because I'm really not. It's sad. It's actually sad to me, but it's a laugh to keep from crying because Akbar V is one of those people that I feel like at one point or another I was rooting for her. And then she went right back into the pick me shit. And then she was online arguing with every woman who had sense over a nigga until she got married. And I remember thinking, oh, so what you think you done did some shit? Because you didn't marry some ain't shit ass nigga. What you think you've elevated in some respect? She did. She did. And I really, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't really like women who think that y'all have done something special just because you got some nigga to marry you. I don't like y'all. That's not really like, if you find the right niggas, it's not hard. It's not hard. Because a lot of these niggas want marriage, especially as we're getting older. They want marriage. They want somebody that's going to be locked in and got to take care of them. They want a maid, mule, and a mattress. Shout out to Erica De Niro. They was trying to make you think they didn't want it. So that you would, like, it's a Jedi mind trick. Men do Jedi mind tricks. So the men will make you think they don't want marriage. And so you were supposed to then chase marriage. And so then they would be like, all right, girl, I'll marry you. Even though secretly, I wanted to lock that bitch. Now she think it was her idea. That's how niggas be treating y'all. And that's why they think y'all dumb. But she thought she was better than somebody because she got married. Not understanding that it's not the marriage, y'all. It's the people in it. Like, that's why I hate when y'all act like somebody's supposed to respect y'all marriage if the people in the marriage don't respect the marriage. If he don't respect you and you don't respect him, stop looking to outsiders to respect your shit. And that's for all of y'all. Tisha, Marceau, all y'all. All y'all. Put some respect on my marriage, bitch. You first. You first. Anyway, he's such a narcissist. Told me it was my fault because the guy tried to help me when he slapped me. All I said was, that's what they do, girl. She literally is typing out scenarios that she's been arguing on the opposite side of online for years. Y'all tell women all the time that it's their fault when some niggas get in a fight because a man wanted to come and protect a woman from a man that was putting hands on her. Y'all blame women for that. What you did to make him upset. See, now you about to get everybody fucked up. That actually just happened. Yeah. The Ginger J nigga was screaming that. Nah, she talking about she about to call her brother. She call her brother, and now we get into it, and that's her fault too. You know, like, you supposed to let me disrespect your family, nigga. Y'all supposed to let us disrespect these women. Y'all not supposed to get involved. And you wonder how these niggas turn out to actually be gay because y'all are bullying them to only care about what men want. That's gay. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. And it's okay. But just understand that part. That's all I'm saying. Child, have mercy. If all you care about is how niggas feel, you're gay. And as a woman, if all you care about is what niggas care about, then you're a pick-me and you're abandoning yourself. So, you know, that's that on that. She said, all I said was this lame nigga trying to make me go home. Hold on, wait, I read that part. He said, if the guy didn't try to help me, I said that man was minding his business. He walked up on him. Then he said, girl, she can't write. I'm gonna get him in jail or unalived if he stayed with me trying to play victim. I'm tired. I'm not staying with nobody who cheats and abuses me. And I was going to make a police report because he keep putting his hands on me when he get caught doing something he shouldn't be doing. Everybody can laugh. I don't care. I'm not laughing. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. I just want y'all to be clear. I'm actually like saddened that this happens to anybody, right? But I'm laughing because of how often you would come and defend men whenever women would come out and talk about these types of things. I distinctly remember often like Akbar V and Moniece. are going to have some of the most pick-me takes under the comments. Like every time, girl, Akbar V gonna be somewhere making a video defending some nigga. And so now you coming to us wanting us to, you know, have all this reverence for you. And I wish y'all would have it for other women. But I tell y'all all the time, when you don't have it for other women, it's because you don't have it for yourself. So of course you're going to be on the side of the nigga because you don't even care about yourself. And this is obviously how I prove that to y'all, right? Somebody say prove it. When a woman is online being a pick-me and I say she don't care about herself, she then gets into a relationship with a man that abuses her, probably already knowing he had abused other people. It means she doesn't care about herself. It means she doesn't care enough to be like, oh my God, he did that to her. He may do it to me. She doesn't care about herself. She cares about him. Okay. 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 Oh, she kept writing. I'm a human being trying to do right and walk right with God. I'm sorry. It's just a playbook, y'all. It's like they always got to say the same shit. They always got to say the same shit. She's counting on God. God ain't got nobody to really talk. She said, ain't got nobody to really talk to going through postpartum depression, probably because you treated all the women around you like shit, thinking that them niggas was gonna be there for you. I ain't reading all of the rest of that. We know you're going through a hard time. God on your side, girl. You'll be okay. Pray it away. You'll be fine. You know, y'all know how we keep saying that Kirk and Rashida lying to everybody. Y'all know how we keep saying that. I feel like Rashida, this is the second time in the past few weeks I have seen Rashida post Cannon, being post with Cannon. She was singing to him in one video, and now they posted up here. Everybody is trying to let y'all know it's not fake. It's not fake. Okay. That's Jasmine's son. And that son is being with Rashida right now. They trying to tell us that it's not a lie, y'all. Okay. Okay. And I tell y'all that I don't give a fuck. Y'all know how, you know, we talked about this in my members only. A lot of people get off on the idea that they can trick you into having honest emotion. I am an honest emotion having ass bitch. And the truth of the matter is, as quick as I can feel a way, once I understand what's going on, I can also shift my emotion, right? But you're like, I'm getting out of this space of ever feeling like anybody's going to ever try to, oh, bitch, you was really feeling a way? Yeah. Are you dead, ho? Yeah, I have feelings. You're right. Oh my God, look at me being fucking human. And look at you being a psychopath, trying to feed off my emotions. Look at you. Yeah, that shit not working on me. So, you know, if everybody that, you know, be like laughing because y'all, oh, look at you getting all upset. Girl, please. Girl, fucking please. Okay. Anyway, them people are like, they're not lying. And so that means that when we talk about this and y'all be like, oh, them people not really together anyway. Girl, I don't give a fuck. This what they want us to believe. This what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with the fact that that man really had a baby on you. And, you know, also, I don't think Rashida is stupid because she's decided to be kind and help raise that boy. That's not what I think. I think you were stupid for staying with that nigga. But once you decide to be stupid and stay, I do feel like you should do right by the children that do not ask to be here. So everybody that's like, I could never. If your ass could never stay with a nigga that dogged you out like that, then we don't need to have no conversation. But if you could stay with a nigga, I'm gonna need for you to shut the fuck up. Because telling me that you're gonna be okay with being mean to the child, like it's the child's fault, don't make me feel like you winning anything. You always need to calm down and chill the fuck out. Speaking of people that don't care about their kids.
Do you think having all those kids was a response to your trauma?
This is another example. The internet, people were screaming to Akbar about being a pick-me. People were screaming to Nick Cannon about having all of those children and not being able to take care of them. And here he is now telling us something as if we have not been saying it to him since he started on this pilgrimage to populate the fucking world. But you were telling us that you were intentionally having all of these children. And you kept giving us different reasons. Nick Cannon is somebody, and I've been saying this, he weaponizes his emotional intelligence. We've heard him say how he can pretend to be everything a woman wants, and then he'll flip on her. He's a narcissist. And he's about to explain to us about how he's a narcissist in this interview. But I've been saying that. So what I want people to understand is that people are sometimes automated, right? Meaning that when they're doing things, this is who they are. It's not about anybody else but them. That's what he's doing in this moment, but he's also doing what he's always done. He learns something about himself. He doesn't actually change the behavior. He brings it to everybody so that he can then feed off of everybody thinking that he knows better now, that he's doing better now. He weaponizes it because I feel like what ends up happening is Nick Cannon pretends that he understands something about himself that he didn't understand before. And people come and listen to him talk about it. And so he gets money and attention. And he gets to feel this sense of superiority. One thing about Nick Cannon is Nick Cannon's whole career was kind of based in this level of superiority. When everybody else was calling him lame, there's a level of, yeah, I might have been lame, but then I got the money and then I got the girl, right? So now you niggas got to kiss my ass. But you was really doing it for them niggas because that's why you ended up getting with all of these women, having all of these kids and shit, because that's what you think other men wanted to see from you. And that's what you really cared about most of all, was how other men saw you. Because if you cared about yourself really, or you cared about these women or these kids, you wouldn't have been doing what you were doing. It's not about monogamy. Y'all know I don't feel like monogamy is natural, and I don't feel like it should be pushed on everybody. I don't feel like we should be monogamous if we don't want to be. If you want to be monogamous, you should be. I think there are times where we go through different phases at different parts of our lives. That's just common sense, right? At the beginning of your life, if you're not married or you're not in a relationship, you're not monogamous. You might be in a relationship and not be monogamous. You might get married, be monogamous, break up, not be monogamous again. It's a choice. It's a decision. It's an agreement that you're making. It's not inherently natural for people to do that. What's inherently natural is for you to be attracted to whoever you are attracted to, right? But to me, in this situation, it's not about monogamy. It's not about you being with one woman, marrying one of them and staying in the house with them. No, it was about the fact that you were going around creating these children to prove to other niggas that you were man. You were a man. My dick works. I have the money. I was with Mariah Carey. I cheated on Mariah Carey. To me, that was a part of the whole thing. I think if Nick was being honest, he would realize that everything he did was for the validation of other men. Y'all called me lame. So I went and applied the perfect amount of pressure to not only become a rich nigga, then at some point I got in shape. Then at some point I end up getting your dream girl. Literally, nigga's dream girl is Mariah Carey. Him getting with Mariah Carey was y'all niggas called me lame back then. Not what y'all think. They were still calling him lame. And it's because when you're trying to validate other people, it's an endless well. So you're never going to validate, like you're never going to get the validation that you're seeking when you're seeking it outside of yourself. So he was never going to be full. No matter what he did, he was always going to still feel like I need to do something else to get the validation of other men because they feel like I'm lame. So what did he do? He went and had all of these babies and became what hood degenerate niggas think is cool, which Nick was really like the opposite of when he came into the industry. Nickelodeon, goofy. Street niggas might call lame. The only thing that street niggas respect outside of street nigga shit is pimp nigga shit. The only thing that street niggas respect outside of street nigga shit is pimp nigga shit. And when you go around having a whole bunch of babies with a whole bunch of women, calling them a harem, you have now put yourself in a pimp echelon, right? But then once you've accomplished all of those things, it doesn't make you feel any better. Doesn't make you feel any better. And then you got to look around and see all the damage you've caused in the wake of trying to get the validation of everything outside of yourself. He has the money, but the thing that makes me mad with Nick is Nick has been having these conversations with therapists and with women for the longest. He's been having these Iyanla. He continuously has these conversations and acts as if he understands something he didn't understand before. But there is no work that's ever done to change him because he continues to, to have the same behaviors, to mimic some of the same things. And that's why I say he weaponizes it, because this is just a way for him to get money, clout, and access to more women. When women think you've learned something, as we've discussed, As we discussed with Camron, all you have to do is do the right thing, pretend to do the right thing for 2 seconds, and women will be running, slipping, falling, hopping, skipping, jumping, all kind of shit to come to your feet, because now you've shown yourself to be a man that's fixed it, a man that gets it, a man that understands. So now the women are on their knees in front of you, ready to sloppy toppy all on you, just because for 5 fucking seconds you acted like you had sense. They did it with Camron, and they will in fact do it with Nick. This is how Nick will get the next influx of women, is by getting online and acting as if he knows better. And he will pretend to know better until he gets the woman in a sweet spot. Gotcha, bitch. And then he will flip on her like he always does. I can't wait to see how this continues to play out. I don't know why, but it's just like, girl, I'm gonna be seated, and I want to hear how the rest of it is gonna go down. So I saw this and I just wanted to have a conversation.
Black American wants to talk to you, would you not talk to them because they're black? I mean, dating.
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to waste his time.
So even though you Black American, you got an American, you would still say no.
I would still say no.
Okay.
Literally, and deep in me, I also want to have mixed babies. That's my dream.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Her dream is to have mixed babies. So when I tell
why do you want to have mixed babies?
I feel like
certain aesthetics, right? Certain aesthetics. What is this lipstick you have on? Whenever Black girls wear weave and or makeup choices that seem as if they're envisioning themselves as a white woman, and we tell y'all that it will end up giving hard wig, soft life. This is a woman that wants a hard wig and a soft life. It makes sense to me that there are women that feel this way, just like, the men that feel this way. So if y'all are really upset about this woman saying it, some of y'all favorite men are colorists and feel the exact same way. And they show you by the things that they say, who they invite in their sections, and who they have babies with. They show you what their preference. And I want y'all to understand something. Racism and colorism is not a preference. And when something is a preference, you still like the other thing. You just like one thing more than the other. That's what a preference is. When y'all use the language of the reason why I am trying to erase Blackness from myself and my line by saying that's my preference, it's not. It's racism. It's racism, sweetheart. I don't care if you are a man or a woman. And I honestly don't care what y'all do, right? Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway, because that's just how y'all is. Shout out to Jamie. So I don't care, right? It's sad to me, but I'm not gonna try to stop you. But I do want y'all to be honest about it. And the truth of the matter is, you hate your own Blackness, sweetheart. It's not a preference that you want to have biracial children. It's not a preference that you don't want to date other Black people. You hate yourself, and you are trying to whiten your line, because to be white, to be biracial is to be better, right? Stop lying to yourselves. And so when y'all think that colorism and all of those things don't harm children, so what if her child comes into this world, and what if they're light, but they still have nappy hair, coarse hair? So now you're going to have one child that has the soft hair. That child's going to get treated better than the child that has coarse hair, because genetics don't work like paint. Or yes, still dark, because that's also a possibility. What you hate about yourself, you will basically birth into your children. What you suppress in yourself, you will birth in your children. And if you think you're a good parent when you do shit like that, you're not.
Okay. I don't want to say that.
No, say it.
I like
no, say it. Go ahead.
mixed babies because I think it's my preference.
Do you think because
I've seen them, like, I like their hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
do you have, sorry for being so blunt, do you have self-hate because you are dark skinned that you'd wish to have children who
look different from you, their mother? Sorry for being blunt. I'm just saying.
Oh, it cannot be hatred. It's just a preference. It's just like someone saying, are you a vegetarian or you don't like or you eat chicken? You just a vegetarian. It's not a problem. That's a choice.
Say a Black American wants to talk to you.
See, y'all saw how I just explained how colorism will affect the way you treat the child, because if they don't come out the way you thought they would, you would resent them and treat them badly. It's not the same thing as I choose to be a vegetarian. The food is not going to get hurt because you decided not to eat it. The food is not going to be traumatized and abused because you decided not to eat it. That's not the same. That I don't even know how you wrap that up like that. Yikes. Yikes. And where do y'all think she's from? Where do y'all think she's from? Anyway, white supremacy is a cancer and it infects everybody. All the people, girl. It affects all the people. Oh, I forgot. We were talking about Rashida and Cannon. Well, y'all look at Kai. Kai popped up on the timeline this weekend. Okay, not in jail. He said, I've been through so much. I think I need a back rub. I wonder who he talking to, girl. I wonder who he talking to. Either way, I'm glad to see him out. I guess the police and everybody involved, like they told y'all, the nigga pulled out a weapon. He pulled out a weapon. One person walked out. One person didn't. Glad Kai is out. Hope he, gets the help he's going to need. Because, I don't care what nobody say. Unaliving people, unaliving people is traumatic for the spirit. Okay. Let's get into Dame Dash on The Breakfast Club, shall we?
Same way the last time I came and barked on y'all changed your whole life.
We did.
He did. I changed your whole life. You put me on the wall. Look,
that changed his life. The internet got you.
How do you know y'all don't come outside? There's no windows in here. This shit is crazy. Look at the dark. I'm gonna show you a curtain. We can lift a curtain. Y'all in the behind the stage. A curtain. Y'all in the coffin. I would never. This is uninspiring. It's dirty and all that shit. You're a girl. You clean this shit up.
Look at your sneakers. Your sneakers are dirty. Your sneakers filthy. That ain't like you, Dame.
Not him taking his shoe off. I want y'all to be very clear. Dame Dash has always been a man performing security, and he doesn't really have the security that he's performing. And I feel like we've seen it repeatedly over the years, but he's always had delusions of grandeur. Like, I think his mentality is why he lost everything. His mentality is why him and Jay-Z fell out. In my opinion, I think he was always reckless. I think he was always somebody that indulged in a way that put shit in jeopardy. I don't think he could stay disciplined the way he needed to. He may have had the vision, but he did not have the discipline. A lot of men move like that. Y'all don't have the discipline. And also, I feel like Dame is not somebody that has any real talent. He knows how to exploit talent. And he's not always good at it because he's not always disciplined about his money, about his health. That's why his teeth are falling out of his mouth. That's why he keeps filing for bankruptcy. That's why he doesn't own anything anymore. And so because he has fallen, now you're looking for people that you can come on the internet and best, right? Like, you want to get on the internet and you want to make people feel like they're small because you feel small. You came out and told us that some white girl was like a gay Aaliyah, and everybody was like, Dame, not today. Like, we don't know what you're going through, but not today, Dame. Like, get away from us. But whatever that is, like, stop it. You ruined shit for that girl by even doing that. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Okay? You're a creep at the end of the day. And so he looks like a delusional old man on the internet, mumbling with no teeth in his mouth. And so now he puts on a suit and puts his teeth in and comes down to the Breakfast Club so that he can sun these very grown people because he's in his feelings about something that they've said. That's what's happening here. This is a grown man trying to posture as if he's not in his feelings. But you're in your feelings about something, Dame. They hurt your feelings. And now you're here posturing, trying to act like you're above them and you're going to sun them. But essentially, no, you're just showing that at some point, Charlemagne upset you. That's why Charlemagne keeps laughing at you, because to him, it's funny that you even came up here to do all of this. Because if we ain't shit, why you keep coming up here? Yeah, no, he's absolutely coming up there for exposure. But essentially, you know, you can be there for multiple things at the same time. This can be a good look for you if it's done right. But it's not really a good look because Dame, it's over, honey. Like, you need to find something else to do. But whatever you're vying for, you're never going to get back in that spot again. That time is over. Find something else to do. I'm going to let him finish, though.
Are you lying?
They wrinkle.
I just put this on today.
I'm just fucking with you.
You know,
you care too much about money and material things, man. You do.
Who cares what?
Your whole existence is money and material things. That's why now that you don't
Your
have
whole
it,
existence
you're
is
trying
gay.
to prove to everybody that you do.
Wow. Charlemagne just ate him the fuck down. Charlemagne ate him the fuck down just then. And calling him gay, that used to work. This is not 1999, my nigga. You calling somebody gay is not going to do the damage you thought it was going to do. And that's why he started to threaten him with physicality. He ate you up. You based your whole life off of money you no longer have. Now you're swimming in desperation.
Your whole existence is gay.
Yours is
it sounds like you've been paid to do what you're doing. You should be objective on the radio.
You need to get paid to do something. Then you wouldn't be in debt.
Same way to...
You need to be paid to do something because then you wouldn't be dead.
Debt Dash. That's his new name. You should start a new label called Debt Jam.
Not Debt Jam. Whoo, Charlemagne is on one.
That's what you should do.
Now the fake laugh. Nobody's checking for that.
Nah. That shit was funny. I'm sorry. Debt Jam, that shit. Debt Dash, Debt Jam, that is hilarious.
Only guys. Look, nobody's laughing. Now you got the shit face. He's trying to make himself laugh. Look, now you look stupid. Look at him. You gonna cry. Look at him. I think he gonna cry.
No, you trying to get a room full of his coworkers to clown him. That's the desperation in the clown shit. Like, to me, in this moment where he points to him and like, oh my God.
Cry, the fake laugh. Now you gonna stop. You gonna keep laughing at nothing. Yo, why you squinting? You look stupid. You squinting Tarantino right now.
Hurt.
I'm hurt. Anyway, I'm just laughing because you have this shit face. Yeah, you say so. Nothing hurt.
I don't always agree with Charlemagne. Y'all know I come to the situation and I just go based off of what's happening in the moment because I don't really care to go up for neither one of these niggas. But I do feel like whenever somebody starts calling somebody gay because they don't have nothing else to say, I think that's hilarious. And that's what hood niggas do. Hood niggas, if they can't get you on nothing, they can't talk about nothing that they want to talk about, like nothing that they really want to rib you on. They can't really rib you on anything. So they'll then be like, and you're gay because you're gay. Like, ooh, I'm gay. Oh yeah, y'all cash at me some money. Cash at me some money. Okay. Moonchild, thank you for the super chat. Hey Bondy, wasn't he on a podcast recently and his teeth fell out? Thank you. And yes, they did. Mama D, I deserve.
Debt Dash. That's his new name. You should start a new label called Debt Jam. That's what you should do.
Charlemagne, I would advise you not to make up phony sources without real names, saying that anything I said was not true, or we will have a legal problem. Don't try to compromise my reputation. I have proof to support everything I say. That will stand up in court. So you're going to go to court so you could lose again? Let's listen to the rest of what was being said. Hold up.
I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man.
First of all, Neighborhood Talk ain't shit for posting this picture of Charlemagne looking like that one dude on TikTok that be doing psychic readings. He's good though. I like him, but that's how this nigga look right now. Call me out for your free reading.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening. Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here.
What does that mean? But what does that mean?
You see him? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG, because he's not.
I hate when these niggas do this shit, right? Like, oh, you basically saying that he looked up to a woman put him on, so that means he's whack, he's lame. He's still making money. He's still here. He's still relevant. Unfortunately, you had to glue your teeth in your mouth before you came here. Like, you niggas is not winning with your degenerate niggerdom mindset. You're not winning with that. And it's so funny because when you can't win with the hyper masculine, I'll beat your ass, you gay ass nigga bullshit. Now you want to sue? Now you want to go white boy and sue? Boy, shut your pussy.
Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man.
Wendy,
can you stop?
Funny,
can you stop?
Wendy Williams was your OG.
Wasn't she your boss?
Yeah, at one point.
So she was your OG. She put you on, and you should give her grace, and you should also give her props out of respect.
Oh,
because we have different trauma, like we're different. Like I'm not the kind of guy that would like. I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
First of all, I will always be on Charlamagne's side with that. I would rather get my ass whipped than to run. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. The manipulation to stay and take the abuse so I don't look scary to some other niggas. Wow. I remember that. If I was Charlamagne, I would have ran too. And not even just because I'm a woman, but because even as a man strategically, why the fuck would you stand there and let them niggas pile drive on you? Nigga, I'm going back. I'm about to run to safety. You got me fucked up. Also, Charlamagne never claimed to really be a street nigga, especially when that shit happened. He never claimed to be a street nigga. See, black people have always had to worry about us getting touched when we say certain things. So, we don't know why everybody's so upset these days, Like, this has always been an understanding for me personally that if you say something to the wrong person, they might get upset and try to hurt you physically because you said some shit they don't like. That's how black people work most of the time. You say something I don't like, I could physically hurt you.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. And it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why.
But
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
I don't have a problem with people who pretend that they're not gay until the pretending leaks out into harming other people, right? That's when I have an issue. If you secretly being gay does not hurt anybody but yourself, then I can't be mad at you. If you want to, hurt yourself, that's your business. But the way people move when they undercover, it always hurts other people. So I feel that way for that reason. The way he's saying it, you're trying to like throw this homophobic thing out there and then walk it back so that the alphabet crew don't beat your ass. That's what it's given. That's what it's given. You're trying to call Charlamagne gay and say that he's DL and all of that as a way of trying to do the same old shit y'all niggas have always done, which is use homophobia to discredit people.
This is hilarious. I love
You're
what
gay.
he's doing. This is hilarious.
So what I'm saying is you might, because you started in gossip, which is, is very feminine.
It's really not. It's really not, especially when you consider how Dame Dash has not done shit but interviews in the past decade. Yes, y'all, please. I need it. Send me money. Send me money. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. It's hard out here for a pimp when they take off for 2 weeks on YouTube. That's all right. I'm shaking back. I won't be begging this much next month. Okay. Dame Dash tells Charlamagne he's not the proper representation for masculine black men. Oh my God, y'all.
And you want people to listen to you, and that we want people that represent masculinity, because men need to be doing what they need to do as men. They don't need to be worried about girl stuff. Do you think
What's girl stuff? What's girl stuff? Because if gossip is girl stuff, you have been gossiping your fucking ass off for years now.
he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run.
First of all, you shouldn't want that nigga around you because of that shit that happened back in the day, right? You shouldn't want this nigga around you because when Andrew Schultz said all of that crazy shit about black women, he still continues to work with him. He still continues to fuck with him. And to me, what that says is, I don't care about, if you ain't talking about my woman, I don't care how you talking about the rest of these women. I don't care. So to me, that's the reason why she shouldn't feel safe around him, because he showcased that he's not safe for her. But what does that mean? I wouldn't feel safe around Dame neither, because I would feel like, nigga, you might take your teeth out and try to swallow me whole.
And you'd have to run with him. I like my women to feel safe when they're around me. I don't tell people like, and I'm not saying that's your way, but you're just not masculine. I've seen him run. I looked at a whole real.
Nobody gossips more than a nigga that's been on DJ Vlad, than a nigga that loves a podcast mic.
There's like a thing that says how many people bark. There's stuff that how many times you play with, talk about other people's genitals. You real masculine men don't do that. You said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay.
Why do you have such a problem with gay?
I don't have a problem. I have a problem with you. Wait. No. Yeah, that is why I pause. There's a lot of people like you. There's a lot of people like you that are gay that pretend they're not.
Black men can't be gay.
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
Well, I'm not gay.
You are. You're gay. Anyway. Now let me talk to you. Let me say this. You acting like a girl.
You move like an old auntie. You an old Harlem auntie.
I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. I won't. And you won't do shit.
See, Dame, this is what the chat patty. So just so you know, because I knew you was gonna say
that. I've seen you run. That's it. I've seen you. I'm not saying I will. I'm saying no.
No, because you're threatening him now. You're threatening him now because you can't emasculate him. He's laughing at you. He's laughing at you, my nigga, and you mad. You mad. Yeah, nobody gossips more than some niggas. Nobody gossips more than men. Girl, when I went to fucking Ghana, do you know what you see more often than not? Men sitting under trees, all talking to each other. Men just sitting somewhere and they all be in a group, in a circle, talking to each other. Y'all know what else I see over here on TikTok? Look at how many times Dame Dash has been somewhere doing an interview. Art of the Dialogue. Dame Dash was on Breakfast Club back in the day. Dame Dash was on, who is that? Cam Capone. He was on, what is that? Whoever's interview that is. This looked like another interview. This looked like another interview. Like nobody gossips and talks in front of podcast microphones more than old washed up niggas that never really had any talent, but they are looking for people that they can exploit in game. And they do this via podcast microphone.
Oh, then your version of respectful is different than mine. We were on the street right now and you would talk like that, I would have fucked you up. But I'm not going to do that. Nah, I wouldn't have got beat up. I wouldn't have got beat up. Let's end this. So let me say one more thing.
Yo. When Charlemagne said that shit, y'all, and Charlemagne looked at him with a straight face. Charlemagne make that shit, y'all. Like, and what he mean is like, nigga, we gonna fight. Like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna beat you up because I'm in better shape than you. I'm probably gonna beat your ass because you're not in as good a shape as me. Like, I'm in the shape. Matter of fact, I feel like Charlemagne is in better shape now than Dame Dash was on the Big Pimpin' video. And that was Dame Dash, sexy nigga days back, when these problematic old niggas were young, they were allowed to be sexy for like a small smidge at a time, and then their mouth ruined it.
Hey, before I leave,
I have so many questions.
All right, you're right. How you want to leave? You can't. I don't think you're a proper.
And I don't want to hear about a proper representation of a man from no nigga like Dame Dash. Like, I just don't. I don't think you were ever a good representation of a man. And I think that y'all's awareness of hypermasculinity needs to grow, because you're like out of your depths here.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now. And I also
I just spoke to the lead publicist at Revolt TV, who confirms to me Dame Dash is not the chairman of the network.
I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman of Revolt.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt with a pathway. You see, because he wants to trigger me, and I want you to acknowledge that. So I'm now Cam's boss.
Now I see the family traits with Dame and Stacey Dash. Yeah, because her weird ass was on the internet too this week looking real pale.
The chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy Revolt.
How do we know this not cap? We didn't see this on Deadline.
Can you stop yelling? Can you stop interrupting me, please? So Deadline didn't make the announcement for this particular situation. They didn't want to. I had an announcement I was going to make with BT, but Paramount stepped in and they said do it later, and they didn't want to be a part of this mess. I've been trying to buy Revolt, and I also just did a 25 episode deal for my podcast for Bosses Take Losses, and I'm putting all my content on Revolt.
Dope.
Yes,
So you're gonna put your gossipy podcast on Revolt. Niggas think that talking on a podcast is not a form of gossiping.
So that I can see how to monetize. I have to put together a certain kind of a plan for acquisition. So in the next 30 days, I'm gonna just be a real chairman.
Yeah, they're cousins.
And then I'm going to hopefully I'll stay the chairman, but I gotta go make movies.
Somebody would say how would you buy Revolt?
Why wouldn't you say congratulations?
You did say congratulations.
Oh, you don't seem excited.
Dope, congratulations.
You have to understand something.
Wait for it to come out of Deadline.
Let me finish.
Really be like, yo, I reposted.
Right.
Nigga, first of all, who the fuck are you talking to? And why the fuck do you think I should be clapping my hands together all hard for you? You might be used to people dick riding you, but you came outside today. Ain't nobody about to dick ride you, Dame. Like, what are you talking about? It's very weird when men talk to other men like, you're not dick riding me, but then you want to turn around and tell him he's not a good representation of a masculine man, because to you, a masculine man is supposed to submit to you. A masculine man is supposed to submit to you. Is that right? You're playing fucking mind games. You want this man to submit to you in this moment, and he refuses to. And somehow you're also still trying to play on his masculinity while being mad that he's not bitching up to you. That's incredible.
But somebody would say, well,
now you're going to be Mr. Research, but you asking me why 50 Cent, but you guys got fooled. Wait, let me finish real quick. I'm announcing it the day before it's announced. Remember that. Right. So I wasn't going to announce it and then say it here. I wouldn't have the, you know what I mean? So I did it and I timed it where it would come out when this comes out. Next week, you'll see Bosses Take Losses on Revolt. So now I'm hustling on his block. I'm now Cam's boss.
You gonna keep Cam show?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fire him. He's a good kid, but I'm not gonna. The kid, it was cute.
Promotional thing. I thought him taking over was a promotional thing.
That's him. He was a CEO.
But you're doing a real acquisition. You think?
Yes. It's not a real acquisition. There's a road to acquisition.
Okay.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now, and I also
Okay. So y'all see, Lauren said that she asked, and that's not true. But over here on vibe.com, girl, over here on vibe.com, it says Dame Dash has been named chairman of Revolt TV, a position the entrepreneur and executive will helm for the duration of 1 month. On Tuesday, September 16th, the 54-year-old and the network announced news of the appointment, which is effective immediately, and we'll see Dash bringing content from his own platform, America New Network, to Revolt TV. In addition to his duties as chairman, Dash's partnership with Revolt TV includes simulcasting 25 episodes of Dash's podcast, Bosses Take Losses. This is all what he just said. Revolt TV will also stream a significant portion of Dash's catalog on the platform, including but not limited to his forthcoming docuseries, My Paid in Full. The project will be driven from Dash's personal perspective of the paid in full era and spotlight various figures who were present during the events that were depicted in the 2002 film, which Dash spearheaded. In conjunction with the announcement of his appointment as chairman, Dash unveiled the trailer for My Paid in Full, in which he shared what viewers can expect from the series. He says, when I made Paid in Full, my intention wasn't to tell the story of one crew. The Best Out member says in the short clip, every block had their own paid in full. The block I was from and my own experience is my own paid in full. I saw things and I know people that were actually there. And everyone else that lived in Harlem around that period of time has their own. And I'm going to showcase everyone's paid in full that I've actually, so is this you trying to glorify street life again? Because that's what it feels like. Revolt TV CEO Tavio Samuel spoke on the network's partnership with Dash and America New Network, expressing his respect and admiration for Dash's track record as a visionary. As the CEO of a media company dedicated to hip-hop culture and diverse creators and consumers who drive it, it made sense to do business with Dame, Samuel said in a statement. After 30 years, he continues to be a driving force in hip-hop and pop culture. Where? I'm sorry, where? I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's because I'm in my own little world over here. But Dame just always seems like, angry old grandpa screaming into a microphone. Angry old grandpa trying to get recognition for some shit. Angry old grandpa trying to exploit some young girl. Angry old grandpa talking about Aaliyah for the 15,000th time. So yeah, I don't know where the relevancy comes in, but I may not be on that side of the internet, and that's fine. That's fine. I also thought we were like bored and tired of street life. Like I did see that they're going to do a prequel to Power. I am interested in seeing that. However, when I tell y'all, I know a lot of y'all still like, Shy and all of those shows like that. Yeah, y'all, I'm done. I'm gonna try to watch The Wire because I've never really watched that all the way through. But yeah, I'm pretty much over the glamorization of street life in a way Black people can't seem to, and I'm not talking about all Black people because obviously we make other content, but there are so many Black people that kind of refuse to come off of this street life shit. And so we keep getting TV shows and movies that are centered around this shit. I feel like 50 Cent has kind of cornered the market. And then they had the BMF one, which was terrible. I never really watched it because it looked terrible. Right? Anytime I see y'all doing bad wigs when y'all could have just got a barber on staff to cut some of these niggas' hair and make them look decent, I'm always like, yeah, y'all are not putting enough effort in for me to put myself through this. So no, thank you. Y'all can have BMF. I know the powers are still being done to a certain level, but I'm also over 50 Cent and his run with Power. Like, y'all have ran it into the ground. If y'all can regenerate it with a prequel, cool. I'll catch it. I'll see. I also like Lil Michael Rainey. It's, that's a good opportunity for him. But when I tell y'all, I'm so tired of y'all with the street life shit. Street life is the only life I know. Street life. Yeah, I'm done. For a nickel or a dime. Street life. You better run and hide. Street life. Or you play your life away. Listen, I'm bored of it. I'm bored of ashy niggas selling drugs. Like I didn't even watch Franklin and all of them. And then the way it ended, it made me feel justified and why I did not want to watch it because I already knew what was going to happen. And I personally have been depressed in real life by watching street life affect people that I actually know and love. So I don't really find myself being entertained, more so depressed a lot of the times by some of these shows because it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore, girl. Can y'all do something else? Yeah, Snowfall. Like I know a lot of y'all loved it. I heard it was very well done. Please don't misunderstand me. But me personally, I don't want to do that anymore. Like those stories are always so sad to me. Those stories are always so triggering, right? I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of that shit. I need for y'all come up out like where we at now. Like make some shit about where we at now. Okay? But yeah, girl, I don't know who to believe because you the chairman for 1 month. But Lauren LaRosa said the lead publicist said that he's not. But Vibe magazine said that he is. I don't know. I don't know what to believe, girl. I don't know what to believe, girl. I don't know. I'm unsure at this juncture. Okay, where do I want to go next and then I think I'm gonna hop off of here. Where do I want to go? Do I want to do Cardi? I guess we can do Cardi. What's Cardi talking about? Let's go.
It was nothing that nobody could say.
Okay.
Like, I even talked to Shakira, and I was like, how do you get over this funk?
Yeah.
And she was like, it takes time, but it's like, it almost felt like whatever people experience when they going through like withdrawal and like they're throwing up, like I feel like I was withdrawing love. And I'm not even trying to sound exaggerated, like, cause I can't eat.
Yes.
I can't sleep. I can't think. I can't work. I can't even look at my kid's face because it's like, I just want to cry just looking at him. Like, cause I can't go out. I don't want to see daylight. I don't want to see nothing. Like, I just couldn't. And when you know you're done, I don't know what it is. You just know that it's done in you. It's just.
So y'all hear when I tell y'all all the time about women acting like crackheads over men, right? Remember when I tell y'all that? And I'm like, I'm dead ass. And what she talks about, yeah, she's absolutely right. I remember what it felt like, the times that I was in upset over a relationship with a narcissist. And this is why I know that if you feel insecure in your relationship, it's either one or two things. Either it's you or it's him, right? Because sometimes women think that their insecurity is them or they're making shit up, but really the man makes them feel insecure, or the woman, whoever. They don't move in a way that makes the person feel secure. You don't feel you can trust them. And a lot of the times, because people will explain it away, they play with your mind, but really they know they know what they're doing. And it's narcissistic abuse. And it is like a drug addiction like thing that happens because you do feel like you can't eat. You do feel like you want to throw up. You do feel like it's hard to focus. I can remember feeling like that for a very long time after Katrina. I told y'all that. I felt that way for a very long time after Katrina. And then in college, I got into a relationship. I felt like that again after that relationship was over. Then what? I think one nigga for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. For that, there's a video somewhere on the laptop in his house of me crying at 2:00 in the morning about that nigga. And after that, it was over. And I believe, yeah. That was the last time I was out bad like that. But there have been other things. There have been friendships that I've had with people, and the way they have done me in the friendship had me hurt too, because I really I care and I love genuinely. And so if I care about somebody and they hurt me, it's going to hurt me. It is only within these last couple of years of my life that I have gotten to the point of being able to let people go without the internalization that it's me. It's my fault that they showed up the way that they did. And it takes a long time to learn what's happening. So that's why when I say her getting into that relationship with old boy, you haven't learned anything. You haven't taken the time to actually free yourself from the ropes of the past relationship. You think just because you're not that sad anymore that you're good, but you're actually not. And now you are seemingly, allegedly pregnant with a baby of another man that could probably be a narcissistic personality. So now you set yourself up to go through this again. I remember one time I had, I think maybe 2 or 3 narcissistic personalities feeding off of me at one time. 2 of them was 2 chicks I was talking to, and one of them was a friend that I had. And even your friends can be feeding off of you in a narcissistic manner, meaning that they are relying on your honesty so that they can continue to snake you, and they feed off of the fact that you will believe their lies because it makes them think, oh, look how good I am at lying. I'm controlling this person. Until they realize that you were just giving them the benefit of the doubt. And you, like me, personally, I say I have a 3 strikes you're out thing. 3 times if you're doing the same thing and I'm out of here. Because at some point, what I recognize is that my light attracts narcissistic personalities. And so I have to be discerning so that I do not care for people in a way that depletes me the way it used to. And so that's why you cannot be, again, running, skipping, falling, and jumping, trying to be in love and be delusional and get all wrapped up in those feelings. Because when you are not keeping a certain level of autonomy within yourself, when you are not keeping a certain level of, yeah, that's great, I appreciate that, but I'm not begging and I'm not so happy that you're acting right. No, you can't be like that. Because when you are, people can see your desperation. They can see your desperation for love. They can see your desperation for the relationship, and they will take advantage of it. And they will suck from you until you wisen up and cut off the supply. And it does feel like a drug addiction. That's exactly what it feels like. I went through that so often in my younger years, y'all. That's why I that one time, and this was another person that I felt like was feeding off of me, turns to me and says to me, you know, have you ever gotten your heart broken? And I just remember thinking to myself, just because you haven't seen it, you think that it hasn't happened to me? How incredulous for you to think that I've never had my heart broken before. As you prepare yourself to betray me in some way, because that's what they were doing. They were betraying themselves. They were like gearing up to fuck over me within our friendship. Like they were gearing themselves up for that. They knew they were going to do it before they did it. And this is why I say you have got to pay attention to who people are, because they will show you. There's so many times I've had relationships with people and I have noticed that they have problematic ways of being, but I would just charge it to, this is me, this is them. They can be who they are and I can be who I am. Right? But at some point, what I have noticed is that when people show up a certain way, it will eventually make its way to your doorstep. If they handle people in a fucked up way and you they friend, right? So you see them handling people in a fucked up way, but you're not exactly sure because you don't know the other person's side. Give it some time. That person will then treat you the way they treated those other people. And you'll get a chance to see it. Like, it's weird. Bondy, you ain't for everybody. It's a good thing. No, I'm very well aware of how much it's a blessing that I'm not for everybody. But I also have to recognize how I show up in the world so that I can be prepared for how people attach themselves to me. I'm genuine. I'm always going to be genuine, but I am discerning. And if you think I can't see you, you're wrong. I can see you. It's just going to take a moment for me to show you that I see you. That's just how it always happens. So when she's talking about this, y'all, I'm like, here go another time where somebody is acknowledging what they're going through, but they're not really learning from it. So she's gonna have to go through a few more lessons, I guess. And I guess we'll just wait and see.
It just dies in you. But when it dies, it's very painful.
Oh, Cardi.
And you just ain't going, you can't go back no more. It's dead.
Well, I'm very proud of you. Here we are in the clouds sitting on red tufted couches made of love. And that's what we gonna get into.
Okay. Okay. So let's see what else did they say? Hold up.
Hey, that's why sometimes when I see like a new little bitch coming up with some shit, and I feel like they kind of cool, and I feel like people be dragging them. I be sliding in their DMs like, it's like, hey, you know, this temporary. This is a good and bad thing. But sometimes you gotta know who to do it with, because I have done that to bitches that done went and fuck my man and all that shit. So it's like you gotta know who you being nice to, because it's like these bitches right here, you out there feeling sympathy for them and wishing them the best, and these bitches will beat you and fuck your nigga. That you ain't even realize them bitches. You are here like, damn, she look like a nice girl. I feel bad for her. Like, it's like, let me think that, bitch, then you start being shady to me, and it's like, oh, bitch,
I'm not
fuck
supposed
you,
to be kind of giggling at this, but it's how you're delivering it, and it's really throwing me off because it's not funny, but take on it, girl, the way you are. So like,
that ass is some real shit. Like,
so animated.
It's some real shit. Like, it's really some real shit. That ass. The internet era is just so insane. Like, it's like, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of, one day they love your head. That's why.
So who y'all think she talking about? Who y'all think she talking about? Let me know in the comments. I think she's talking about Krishan. Okay. And the reason why I say that, because people always be trying to like have all of this empathy. Oh, you think it's Bia? It could be a few people. Yeah, it's probably a few people. It's probably a few people. But see, this is more a signifier of who you tend to feel bad for and why you feel bad for them. You should be searching yourself. Whenever you see somebody you feel bad for them, ask yourself, what are you feeling bad for exactly? Because when y'all feel bad for Krishan, I'm like, what are you feeling bad for exactly? Because this is somebody that actually harms other people. Right? This is somebody that decides, I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. So I then be like, why do y'all feel sorry for that person? Y'all think it was Saweetie? Girl, they gonna be whipping Saweetie's ass all week then if y'all think it's her. Cardi doesn't finish her sentences. No, because she says it in her mind, and I think sometimes thinks that everybody gets what she's saying. So she, I do this too sometimes, where it's like, girl, you know what I mean? Like, okay. You saw I just did that? Like, okay. Yeah, I think it might have been Krishan. The Bible said to watch who you give sympathy. Absolutely, because people are always trying to use your goodwill against you. And so you have to be discerning. You can't just be giving that to everybody. And I'm gonna stand on that, and I continue to say that. And I want everybody to live a little bit, more aware. Stop trying to virtue signal your way out of life. It's weird because it doesn't really work. I can see it being Krishan, Mariah the Scientist. Did Mariah the Scientist fuck Offset? Girl. Chloe. Girl, anybody fuck no Offset. Damn, I hate when Blueface is right. Because didn't Blueface say that Krishan fuck Offset? The fat Cardi can't speak English or Spanish sends me. All humans is not to be trusted. I've never heard her speak Spanish like that. So I don't know if she can speak Spanish. I assume she can, but she might be one of them, one of them Selena. I had to learn, I had to learn it through singing. Okay. Okay. Listen. Excited. Como está excited. Like, I don't know the word for it. Exactamente. Okay. I don't know the word. She speaks Spanish. That's what I thought. I don't really hear her say it all the time. And y'all know how much the Latina girls don't be knowing Spanish because their parents want them to assimilate into white America, so they don't teach them Spanish. It was the same thing as why my mom's generation and my generation never learned patois. We know certain words, but we didn't learn patois, even though my grandmother and like my grandmother's mom and them, my dad's grandmother, like, the older, they spoke patois. But they spoke it amongst each other, and then they did not teach it to the children because they wanted the children to learn English so that they can have less of an accent, right? Because the more you assimilate into white culture, the better you will be treated. That is how Black and Latino people think, okay? That's how everybody thinks. The Asians, everybody thinks the more you assimilate into whiteness, the better you will be treated. And that goes along with teaching children their native language and teaching them English. And so I know there are a lot of Spanish girls out there that don't really, a lot of Latina, a lot of, girls out there who people come from Spanish speaking countries, and they do not teach them Spanish because they want them to be better at English. I don't think that's what happened with Cardi. But she don't be up here speaking Spanish enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how the girls be like, they'll be talking and then eventually they just start speaking in Spanish because, that's what they speak all the time, and they speak English, but then they, shift into, yeah, right. Cardi said Spanish is her first language. Yes, she has said that. I just ain't never really heard it. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. So, yeah. So people saying Krishan, Cuban Doll, Sweetie. And I think just what that means is, yes, you can't trust these hoes because they are pick-me's. And so whenever you see, and that's why you can't be a pick-me, bitch, because you have to be able to identify a pick-me, okay? When you can identify a pick-me, you know a woman that you can't trust. So if you saw Krishan and thought that you could trust her, even though she is a extreme radical pick-me, like extreme radical pick me, got a nigga face tattooed on your face. That's extreme radical pick meism. Okay? Got her teeth knocked out. And then put that nigga face on the tooth and then put the tooth back in. And then when he said he didn't like the fact that she had teeth, she took the tooth back out. Extreme, far pick-meism. Okay, that's what we're gonna start calling that. Okay. And see, women, it's not that you know, because y'all will then do this thing where it's like, I know I can't trust no bitches. I can't have no women around me and my man. No, bitch. You can't trust pick-me's. And if you can't trust your nigga, then you can't trust your nigga. Right? That's lessons. Those are lessons. Okay. When you notice the pick-me, you like, oh, that's a bitch that's gonna do anything for some dick. Right? So then you like, okay, I can't trust her around my dick because she might do anything for some dick. Once you notice that about people based on how they move, then you move, right? You move differently. You don't invite them in, right? However, I think that all women should test their niggas in one way or another, right? If you really that worried about your nigga cheating, put him in a situation. Don't even put him in a situation. Let the situation happen. That's what I mean. Because a lot of times women are like preemptively trying to keep their men from cheating. They think it's their responsibility to try to stop him from cheating. So you're having more sex than you want to have. You're sucking more dick than you want to suck. Like you're doing all of these things to try to keep this man from cheating on you. And I want you to stop. I want you to stop doing all that and let the nigga cheat. Right? Let the nigga cheat. Because then he's going to show you who he is. So now you're going to have to decide, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Yes, bitch, what are you going to do? You're with a cheater. You should want to know if you're with a cheater. You shouldn't want to hold off knowledge that he's a cheater. Because a lot of y'all will keep trying to protect, oh no, I ain't letting that one around my man. Girl, let him, girl, please. Find out who these niggas are so they can stop ruining y'all lives. Because that's what y'all really be doing. Y'all be stopping the inevitable from happening, thinking that you protecting your relationship. But really what you're doing is prolonging your pain. You prolonging your pain. Let the nigga be who he is. And then make your decisions accordingly and be aware of who he is. So you don't do dumb shit like trust him with things that you shouldn't trust him with. Because a lot of y'all make that mistake. You want so badly to trust somebody you know you shouldn't trust, and you like, I love him, so I'm a trust him with this. No, girl, you could love that nigga, fuck that nigga, all of that shit, and still be fully aware of who he is, and you move accordingly. My nigga's a hoe. We having sex. Where are the condoms? You're a hoe. I'm not having unprotected sex with you, nigga. Yeah, I love you. I do. I'm not willing to die about it, though. Condom. But y'all don't be about that. Y'all won't have... y'all won't have naked sex too with niggas that might, kill you with their dick juice. That's your prerogative, girl. That's your prerogative. But you just move differently. Stop being scared of the truth. Accept the truth and then move differently. If you don't care about yourself, you'll stay in a fucked up situation. If you love yourself, if you love your kids and all of that, you will protect yourself from people that prove to be untrustworthy. Stop trying to protect yourself from finding out the truth about these people. Because the truth of the matter is it be written all over their fucking face. You don't even have to say a word. It was a long time ago that we was all seeing that this relationship wasn't going to last because that nigga kept embarrassing her when he popped up on stage during her set so that he could beg for her forgiveness. We all told y'all that's a way for him to take the attention away from her. He hates her. He doesn't really like her. I know y'all think he's begging her for forgiveness. He wants her back. He does not like her. He doesn't. He just wants to get her in a situation where she's weakened so that he can dominate her. When you are pregnant and in love and having some type of toxic dick addiction to a man that don't really like you and don't really care about you, so he cheat on you, dog you out, talk to you bad, spend your money, disrespect you, don't come around for the kids after the fact. Yeah, girl, he been didn't like you. We told you. Okay. Now it's okay. We're not expecting y'all to make different decisions in y'all life. But when y'all come to us like this and we told y'all, I just hope that more people catch on. I'm only here for the people that are going to catch on, girl. Okay. But that's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed the show because I sure in the fuck enjoyed y'all. Shoot, do, shoot, shoot, do, do, do. Shoot, do. Shoot, do, shoot, do. Shoom, doom, doom, doom. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Thank you, Kiraboo, for being a member for 23 months. Hi, Bondy. I love your channel. Will you do a review on The Wire? Girl, if I ever sit down to watch it, because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I sit down to watch it. It's really great. I'm bored. I know I have to get into like the second season before it actually starts being good, though. So if I ever stick with it, I will. Tell them what to do. Yeah. Thank you, Python. Gossip is very much also a masculine thing. The messiest person most people know is usually a man. Yes. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say nothing. No. Yeah. Just smile. Just smile. Just smile. Just smile for me. All right. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I will see y'all in the next one. Pray for the people.